Hey everyone, welcome in. It is time for Silas's birthday banner. I'm so excited. So I had a look. Obviously we're going to have to read Silas's story to unlock him so that we can partake in his birthday event. And then I did some researching just to kind of see what to tackle next. I did find a Reddit post which kind of put it into very big detail on what to read and why to read it, when to read it, what. To start with, you need to do under Deepspace all of the chapters, which is what we've done. Then as you go through the chapters, pause periodically to read all the Spacepedia and stuff, which I haven't done in video, but I kind of skimmed through it. You make sure to read the following World Underneath stories for essential backstory on MC's past and the Chrono Rift catastrophe. 4 and 6. We're going to read that, and then next would be long-awaited Revelry, which is what, and they say to read all of that. Then after finishing both chapters, this is a good time to pause and read up on Silas's essential lore, and then they give you the stuff that you should actually read for that. And then they say after that to head into prologue to tomorrow. Before starting the special operations, pause to read up on the OG 3 specific lore. I recommend starting with Xavier before his story is so relevant to the main story plots in Under Deepspace in this order. Then they give you anecdotes and stuff and secret times and all that you should read. What they suggest to read. Okay, so it's a very long list. It's a very, very long list. So I'm gonna keep this list handy and we're just gonna go according to this list. There is 2 events with Silas. There is the new birthday event and then there's a rerun. I don't know which one I really want to pull for. I really don't know, so I've kind of just done pulls between the 2. We'll see, because they both look nice to have. So, but whichever one we get, whichever one we don't. But when I pulled from here, I actually got a 5-star memory for Caleb as well. So, even though we don't have him yet, but we have a 5-star. Okay, we're going to quickly watch the trailer, and then we'll head into the anecdotes, and then we'll head into Silas's chapters. I'm so excited, let's do this. Show me. Look at that cute little plushie. Why is his motorbike so massive? It's like oddly massive. It's weird. Look how huge it is.
Looks like the road doesn't end.
That's what she said.
Scared?
No, not with you. Not that I know you yet, but...
Let's keep going until we're the only ones left. Miss me already? Let's be honest, it hasn't been that long. This midnight promise was you being the first thing I see on my birthday. Yes, it was an unexpected birthday.
Damn,
However,
he is so
I
expensive.
like it. It's been a while. Are you actually searching? If I wanted to hide it, I wouldn't have it on me. I'll help you find it if you want it.
I don't know what we're finding, but
Want
okay.
some fireworks?
Oh, come on. That's such an action
My
scene
return gift.
shot. It's a little bit cliche, but it's still hot. I don't know. Oh, cute little plushie. That's so cute. Oh, cool. So we get to create a little plushie for him too. That's... No. Oh, I like his cape. Submerged rock. Raincoat is a little restless. He parks the car near an abandoned dock and gets out to open the trunk. An unconscious, frail man tied up in the fetal position lies inside. He's none other than Tony, up-and-coming director who's currently the talk of the town in Lincoln City. He's worth billions and has mysteriously disappeared while writing his next movie script. He had set a limit for himself when he became a white glove for the Ever Group. Never target public figures. This had kept him hidden for many years. But now, he chuckles, he really should renegotiate his contract with Ever for dumping such a huge job on him. Putting on his gloves, Raincoat takes out a phone from Tony's body. He unlocks it with the man's finger and opens several recording apps, finally finding what he wants in voice memo. Every audio file has been renamed, probably for ease of access. Each can easily raise this rookie director's rank on Ever Group's execution list. It never ends well for people who know too much. Raincoat's finger hovers over the delete button. All he has to do is erase these recordings, throw the phone into the sea, and dispose of this man. Then his job will be over. But an idea springs into his mind. He plays the first audio file. Audio file number 1, Mo Art Studio. That'd be great if you don't mind. Recording is a habit of mine I picked up at work. It's hard to keep up with the conversation if you only take notes. Did Thomas tell you? The Deepspace Academy introduced me before. Our team is preparing a fantasy-themed film. We want to use Lemuria as the setting. They said you're an expert in Lemuria and you just returned from a trip. Deepspace Academy thinks too highly of me. I'm just a painter. I don't know anything about Lemuria. Ooh, okay. There's no need to be so humble, Mr. Raphael. I've seen your paintings. The oceans in your work feel alive. It's very unique. Those are just normal pieces. Forget about them. Anyway, speaking of the Deepspace Academy, I heard they recently organized an archaeological team to find the ruins of Lemuria. Why don't you ask them? They should know more than me. They might not tell you much, though. I heard things didn't go too well for them. Anyway, I have stuff to do, so I can't see you off. Bye, Tony. Audio file number 2, Disappearance. The archaeological team. You've got the wrong person, Director Tony. I'm just a handyman. I stayed on the ship and organized the relics during the exploration. I never dived. I really don't know the specifics, and I can only tell you what I saw. The day our ship arrived on the 20th, I think, Miss Eleanor was the team leader. Her, Fred, Yennefer, and Professor Sean all went down in a submersible. We set up underwater archaeological bases before, the kind we can stay in for several days. Communication with the surface had always been fine. The plan was to finish and come back on the 4th. But you wouldn't have guessed what happened. The submersible didn't come back until the 11th. A whole week, you see. I wanted to know what happened, but the Deepspace Academy kept everything all, hush-hush. Everyone thought that was the end of it. But the day after I heard... Come closer, Tony. We gotta keep our voices down. I heard Miss Eleanor and Fred left the Deepspace Academy after an argument. They were both senior members, so them leaving caused quite a stir. And on the 3rd day, Yennefer disappeared too. Spooky, huh? It gets worse. That afternoon, when I was clearing up her camera, I found a deleted video clip. Privately altering archaeological records is against the rules, so I immediately tried to contact her. But I just couldn't reach her. I tried contacting the others, and only Professor Sean answered. He sounded weird, not energetic at all, and as soon as I mentioned archaeology, he hung up. Oh, would you look at the time? I gotta go. I have a lot of reports to catch up on because of that video. I'm super busy. Goodbye, Director Tony. I hope your movie's a box office hit. New audio clip memo 1. I was just looking for source material for the film. I didn't expect to uncover mysterious events involving the archaeological team. I pulled some favors and looked into it. Turns out Eleanor, Fred, and Yennefer didn't just disappear. They vanished off the face of the earth. It could be because I don't have any investigative skills, but none of them have been home. They haven't responded to messages or answered any calls. No one's seen them leave their house. It's all too suspicious. Creating a Lemurian mystery movie might be better. Missing archaeologist, deleted underwater footage, secrets of the ocean floor. It's quite a synopsis. If I can find out more, I'll have a direction for my script. I need to contact Professor Sean as soon as possible. If he's gone, I'll lose all my leads. Audio file number 3, Blue Fish. Sound of a door opening. Tony? Professor Sean, it's an honor to meet you. Are you going on a trip? You're all packed up. I hope I'm not bothering you or anything. No, I'm not. You don't need to address me as Professor either. I'm no longer with the Deepspace Academy. Come in. Thank you. I'll get straight to the point then, Mr. Sean. I'm here about the matter of Lemuria. My team is... I have nothing to say. Everything is recorded in the exploration report. You can ask for it from the Deepspace Academy. I read it already, but I'd rather have a first-hand account from someone who was actually there. It's better for the script. That's why I want to hear your experience when you explored the ruins of Lemuria, Mr. Sean. Is this a test to see if I'm lying or not? I'm a director, not a detective. I can't tell. This is all for the movie script. Even the greatest fairy tales need to be based on reality. Reality? Oh, my sense of reality has changed because of my time in Lemuria. How so? Some things I didn't write in the report because no one would believe them. But if you're making a movie, then pretend everything I say is a story. Please, go on. On the 20th, the day the submersible went underwater, we found a whirlpool. Our navigation and communication equipment malfunctioned, and we lost our way as well as our courage. We struggled for a long time. We were about to give up when out of nowhere a school of blue fish appeared. It was a miracle. They must have been messengers from Lemuria that heard our desperation and came to our rescue. They guided us to the ruins. Wasn't Raphael surrounded by blue fish swimming around him circularly in the last chapter? A school of blue fish led you to the ruins. It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Even though it happened, recalling it feels like a dream. But in that vast, unnavigable ocean was everything beyond our current scientific understanding. Excuse me for asking this, but have you taken any medication recently, Mr. Sean? It's fine if you don't believe me, but please don't doubt what I've seen. No, I'm not. It's just, not everyone gets to witness miracles. It's better safe than sorry. Please continue. I'd love to hear more about the blue fish. The life there is sentient. Those blue fish accompanied us throughout our trip. They were our guides, beacons, companions, and emotional support. Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see them. Is it possible that these fish are some sort of Lemurian machines, like specifically designed for leading the way or for some other purpose? No, absolutely not. They were real fish with their own thoughts and feelings, not machines. Fish have feelings? Why would you think that, Mr. Sean? I'm just speculating. There's no particular reason. Okay, let's move on. Could you describe in detail what happened after you entered the ruins? I don't really remember what happened after that. All I can say is we saw someone in Lemuria. As in another member of the archaeological team? No, but he was dressed like us. You mean a fifth person appeared underwater? I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, I can't say anymore. You should go. Mr. Sean, I'm sorry for barging in today. Before I go, though, I have one last question. According to the ship's report, they never lost communication with you. If your communicators were malfunctioning from the start, then who were they getting signals from? Sound of a door closing. He just pushed him out. New audio clip memo 2. The School of Blue Fish makes for a nice visual reference. Professor Sean's account does seem genuine. I don't think he was lying, but who is this fifth person he mentioned? And what does he mean by dressed like us? This is strange. 3 of them are missing and the remaining one is packing his bags and leaving. Something must have happened. At least the video is close to being restored. Hopefully I can get more from that. Audio file number 4, Shadow Underneath. Hey Tony, it's been 2 years since the last time we talked. You're a pretty good friend, only remembering me when you need something. On top of that, it's such a difficult task. Do you think IT guys don't have lives? Anyway, whoever deleted this video is really skilled. Do you know how long it took me to restore it? I put off 3 big projects, worked day and night fiddling with this camera and only managed to restore 1 frame. What's with that face? 1 frame is my limit. The memory card was tampered with. I'm self-taught, so I have no idea how to handle such high-end tech. This is the best I can do. Here's the phone too. I restored the call history for you. Whoever had this phone before talks really loud. It hurt my ears. Okay, I'll shut up, but you better treat me to lunch sometime. I should be compensated one way or another for my work. New audio clip memo 3. I've seen the restored footage. The 5th person who was dressed like them. It was a skeleton. I really wish it was clearer. Wait, is this the skeleton holding a weapon? It looks like a protocol weapon. What's going on? Protocol weapons were only invented in the last decade or so. How could this one have appeared in the ruins of Lemurian? Is it possible the underwater city didn't sink naturally? This is fantastic news. No wonder the video was deleted. Right, there's Fred's phone. Audio file number 5, Conflict. Frederick to Eleanor. Hello? Why aren't you answering your phone, Eleanor? I don't care what you're up to. I'm definitely leaving. Nothing ever goes well when it comes to Lemuria. Of course I have no shame. Those protocol weapons had nothing to do with us, but this matter implicates the Ever Group. Do you think we can handle them? And you felt it too. People have been stalking us ever since we left Lemuria. Sean and Yennefer are naive to think it's Lemuria's god. But you don't seriously believe such nonsense, do you? I'm telling you, someone's spying on us. The video has been deleted. We left the Deepspace Academy and we've been hiding every day since. We've gone to such great lengths to avoid being captured, so why can't you change your mind? Eleanor, you're endangering our lives if you keep looking into Lemuria. Sure, you can say you did everything and none of us were involved, but would the people from Ever believe you? Don't be an idiot. If you still have a brain, then leave the Deepspace Academy like the rest of us. Forget about everything related to Lemuria. New audio clip memo 4. Fred thinks Ever were the ones stalking them in the ocean. That's impossible. Why would Ever need to tail them? It's the deep sea. It's pointless. And Fred clearly said he was going to leave, but now he's missing. Did he disappear on his own? Or did Eva... Law and Order is just a fool's dream. Tony, what a coincidence. Didn't expect to see you here. Do you want to talk about Lemuria? Who are you? Ah! The clip ends with a cacophony of noise. Then a notification pops up on the screen. End of recording. He had dug up the protocol weapon buried deep within the ruins. No wonder he got on Eva's execution list. Raincoat loosens his tie. Just as he's about to toss the phone back into the trunk, a flame materializes on his palm. The phone's shattered screen crackles in the firelight. Nice. I got both the person and evidence in one go. The voice is as silky as brocade. He turns around to see someone in a suit and leather shoes approaching him from the far end of the dock. No wonder you're still alive and working with Eva despite uncovering so many secrets. The scent of the ocean brushes past him. Raincoat freezes, his mind racing. Behind him is the sea. While he's been looking at where the man is standing, could he have come from the sea? Are you Raphael? Putting two and two together, he makes an educated guess. You know, this Tony guy is really unlucky to get on a hit list for a film. And you're right about how it's dangerous to know too much. Raphael sits down next to the trunk, sighing at the sight of the director being bound and gagged. He turns and glances at Raincoat's hands. Same goes for you. The more dirty work you do, the less you can hold on to these gloves, yeah? Raincoat understands. He knows a lot more about Eva than Tony. Who knows, he might be next. This mysterious artist who recently returned to the country has countless connections with Lemuria. His sudden appearance here isn't just to sigh and say hello. Thank you for the reminder, Mr. Raphael. Do you have any advice? Since you're just in this for the money, why don't you work for me and give yourself a way out? What do you want? Raphael looks out at the ocean, his gaze seemingly penetrating the depths of the water. Eva has an execution list. Those on it either die or disappear. I want a copy for it to be destroyed, add a few more names to it. Raincoat waits for Raphael to make his request, but then he mentions a single name. A girl? If her name's on the list, then give everything about her to me. Is it us? He's just a pawn. The complete list only exists in the hands of that person watching Raphael's confident. There's no punctuation, full stop there. In the hands of that person, full stop. Watching Raphael's confident demeanor, it's evident he knows the trading partner isn't Raincoat himself. After weighing his options for a moment, Raincoat feels like this is a good deal. After careful consideration, he handed an address to Raphael. Mr. Raphael, someone will be waiting for you here tomorrow night. Whether you can obtain the list depends on your negotiation skills. The nest? Raphael glanced at the address briefly before conjuring a flame in his palm and devouring it. The lights there are blinding. Doesn't the person behind you feel the same? Raincoat didn't respond and changed the topic. Is the girl on the list your enemy? I'm just an artist. I don't have enemies. She's my lover, you know. It's almost hard to believe his honesty, but Raincoat has no intention of delving into the artist's confusing life. You're more than just an artist, Mr. Raphael. By the way, did you know you're also on the list? You're ranked 6th. Raphael doesn't say anything about it. He just frowns, discontent. Seriously? Why do I have such a low rank? I thought I'd be first. At Raphael's nonchalant attitude, a curious inkling begins to form in Raincoat's mind. He thinks of the mysterious deaths, the rumored sea monster murders that once shook other cities. Then he thinks of the many outsiders the Ever Group called research samples that he and the other Raincoats had dealt with. After thinking for a few seconds, Raincoat calmly asks, Mr. Raphael, I presume you have your own list. What's my ranking? Raphael waves his hand. You won't make it onto my list for a while. Maybe one day, though. By the way, let the director go when he wakes up. It's better if you have less blood on your hands. Raincoat shrugs. Then, here's to a successful partnership. Should we shake hands? I need my hand for painting, so no. Raphael shakes his head, stands up, and walks away. After a few seconds, he stops as if he remembers something. He stares at the Raincoat on Raincoat. This doesn't suit you. He waves and completely disappears from Raincoat's sight. Raincoat is silent for a long time. Then he removes his wrists to put the hood on. I bought it yesterday. Okay. So we get to hear a little bit about Raphael in that one. And research that was done into Lemuria. Okay, this one is about us. Whispers. The door is slightly ajar. A young man wearing a duckbill cap snorts, pushing the door open with a finger. His steps kick up dust, and the sound of his shoes hitting the ground echoes in the empty room. At the window, a man in a raincoat turns his head when he hears the noise. He pulls back his pointed hood. Long time no see. You look older now. Have you gone blind as you kept an eye on Eva? The man with the duckbill cap retorts, his voice surprisingly old-sounding compared to his appearance. He hands over a black briefcase. Here are the goods. An explosion site's striking scent still lingers, rushing into his nose. The man in the raincoat frowns. He pulls out a clean handkerchief from his pocket and wraps it around his hand to pinch a corner of the briefcase. He gives it a couple of shakes before opening it. 4 slightly yellow pages unfold before him. They quietly tell a story from 14 years ago. Unicorn. Subject Anomalies Recorder. Josephine Gaia Research Center. Unicorn Team. Researcher or Team Leader. Date. Observation number 5. Day 42. Anomalies. Subject 001 regained vital signs after death. Details. Subject 001. Female. Evil. Anhausen class. Day 41 of observation. 2 a.m. For reasons unknown, suspected to be a researcher's mishandling of the subject, the subject's energy values rapidly increased and peaked at 2:39 a.m. It resulted in a powerful energy burst within her body. No casualties or equipment was damaged. All vital signs disappeared after the explosion. Day 42 of observation. Today, 4 p.m., a vital sign monitor suddenly restarted and slowly transmitted data again. Heart rate, breathing, and brain activity resumed. Not only did subject 001 appear to be alive again, but energy values also returned to normal. A comprehensive physical examination revealed a newly created, unidentified substance in her heart. Experiment notes. Last night's incident was like watching a planet evolve and be reborn via an explosion. The substance in her heart is composed of an unknown element. We've never seen it before. When the data was released, the team applauded and cheered. But I wasn't as excited as I imagined myself to be. My intense curiosity overshadowed the joy of achievement. If she has a non-existent element, then what kind of existence is she? Outside the observation room, Phil asked what we should call this element before we had the right to name it. Everyone gathered around him, and ether became the most popular, irresistible candidate. Using that, the identified object in her heart composed of ether was dubbed an ether core. After calming down from the excitement, we began to look at her resurrection. Phil quietly asked me if this could be considered a resurrection from death. Oh, so we actually ended up dying and then coming back to life? Everyone knew very well that the best way to study her resurrection was to kill her again. If she woke up once more, then we could confirm that she's truly a unique miracle of life in this research center. She's just like a mythical creature long sought after and believed to exist only in our imagination. A unicorn. A fantastical, beautiful creature. A box for collecting votes was placed in the corner of the lab. I passed by it several times, unable to give a vote of approval. I know experimentation is a necessary process. She holds too many secrets that are worth researching and carries an unpredictable amount of energy. Yet despite my desire for knowledge, I still can't ignore the fact that she's a child. Damn! Yeah, especially because they want to kill her again to see if it brings her back to life. Observer Josephine, entry number 1. Unicorn became the child's name in various reports, replacing the cold designation of Subject 001. Only Phil insisted on calling her Little Bomb. She was like a newborn creature, exploring the world every day using only primitive instincts. After her resurrection, her cognition and memory of her previous life were erased. Oh, okay. So I take it then that is why Raphael said you've forgotten everything? Is this what is the reason why we've forgotten everything from before we were 14? To reassess her abilities, I gave her picture books and cards with words. She quickly passed my test with flying colors, performing better than children at her age. She absorbed and understood information faster and more thoroughly. If she were in school, she could easily be a 5th grade student. Entry number 2. In terms of the evol experiment, we could only hypothesize from a numerical perspective. Before she used evol of her own accord, no one could be sure how the resonance evol would manifest. Only once did she use resonance unconsciously. The target and range were unclear. Phil has the acoustic transmissions evol. That day, everyone heard him talking on the phone with his girlfriend as if he were a broadcaster. Damn. Entry number 3. Following the voting results, we began our experiment to kill Unicorn in an observation unit yesterday. Damn. We also prepared emergency measures. The same situation repeated itself. The energy inside her was stimulated to peak faster than last time, which led to a more intense energy burst. It even spread outside the observation unit. Subsequently, all vital signs disappeared and she entered a state of death as we typically understood it. The shrill alarm of the life detector went off and I realized my right hand had been tightly clutching the back of my left hand. My forehead was also covered in sweat. I was worried the child would never wake up again, but in this research center, being attached to a test subject is prohibited. This morning, under the ether core's influence, she opened her eyes again, as expected. Phil breathed a sigh of relief. So did I. I wanted to apologize to the child, but I knew that for her, who had woken up again, the world was a brand new place. She doesn't remember any of us. However, what was more intriguing than her blank state of an emotional state was the ether core's energy in her heart. With the reawakening of her consciousness, it had become stronger. Damn, okay, so technically then, if I'm understanding that correctly, we can't be killed that easily because the ether core in our hearts is kind of like jumpstarts us again. The only drawback to that is then we forget everything before that. Post-catastrophe journal, day 49, post-chrono rift catastrophe, sunny observations on Unicorn, had yet to enter phase 6 when the chrono rift catastrophe changed the world. The Gaia Research Center couldn't escape the destruction. When I was rescued from the ruins, the child was nowhere to be seen. She might have escaped when the observation unit was smashed. Hang on, so were they testing on us before that chrono rift explosion, that whole explosion thing from that time? The evil police who helped in the rescue effort said they haven't seen the child I described. I imagined many possibilities, but I was certain she was alive. Days after the disaster, I finally found her in a shelter. When I took her hand, I heard her call me Grandma. I never taught her that term, nor had she ever called me that. Is this our grandma? Oh, okay. So we knew she was involved with the research and stuff, but I didn't think that she was directly involved, fully directly involved. This opens so many more questions and knowledge. She didn't recognize me either. The days in the research center had once again disappeared from her memory. Yet the seemingly instinctual trust and closeness she showed me made me feel as if those forgotten days were always there, invisibly linking us together. I asked her if she wanted to come home with me. She smiled and nodded. In the research center, the moment I pushed her into the observation unit felt like a horrible nightmare. Now, holding her soft hand felt like I grasped a redemption bestowed by fate. Okay. Day 75, post-chrono rift catastrophe, sunny. Our lives have calmed down. I like how I've got to put the weather in. Our lives have calmed down, yet she still forgets things from time to time. Her memory is like a faint signal, intermittent and sometimes wavering. So I took on the responsibility of a true guardian and cared for her. I don't know how to describe my current feelings. I never had children, nor did I ever imagine having relatives. It's always been just me at home. But with her, and things have started to change. Journal entry 4. Day 134 post-chrono rift catastrophe. Sunny. Her condition has improved a lot recently. She's less likely to forget things. Perhaps it's because her condition is stabilizing. But I'm still worried and want to check her and the ether core. However, I'm unable to contact the researchers who knew of her existence back then, including Phil. Strange. Maybe Eva's research center called them, or I don't know. Looking back, Eva's investment in Gaia wasn't simply research. Our life form observation project was not just for observation. There must be a bigger scheme. At this point, the only person who I can turn to is Dr. Noah. In the field of cardiology, he's the leading expert and the only one I can still trust. The data after the checkup shows the energy peak in her heart is only half of what it used to be. What happened to this child when she faced the chrono rift catastrophe alone? When I subtly asked her, she just shook her head, showing neither pain nor sadness on her face. Seeing her reaction, I suddenly felt that maybe forgetting isn't such a bad thing for her. Okay, I feel like that's saying that they were testing on us before the big explosion, and the big explosion kind of set us free, and then she rescued us and became our grandmama. Dust. Is this it? Having gone through all the pages, the man in the raincoat appears slightly unsatisfied. Don't be too greedy, the man with the duckbill cap snarled. This is enough for you to confirm her identity and role. You silenced Josephine and retrieved the research material from back then. Good work. The man in a raincoat tosses a vial to the hat-wearing man. Then he tucks the pages into his bag and returns the briefcase with a 2-finger push. It stinks. Be careful walking around with it. Otherwise, sharp-nosed hunters might follow its scent back to you. Then you better be careful with your handkerchief. When it's tainted with that, you won't make it out either. After checking that the drug is the correct one, the hat-wearing man's lips curl into a smirk, his old voice trembling slightly with excitement. When are you planning to make your move? Why should we rush? Her powers aren't complete yet. Besides, powers? What powers? The man in a raincoat pauses, glancing outside the window. Your Prince Xavier has been glued to her side, watching over her, right? I've been curious for a while. Do people still practice feudalism where you're from? Isn't that regression in a sense? Okay. Xavier can only guard her for so long. He's too busy dealing with his own issues, the hat-wearing man says, eagerly stepping forward. Don't say I didn't warn you. It's not just Eva who wants her. Strike first to gain an advantage. The one who strikes first is helping her cultivation. The man in a raincoat ignores him, pulling the hood over his head again. If you can get rid of Xavier in the process, you'd be doing us a big favor. Isn't internal struggle your speciality? Kill Xavier and let Eva crown you as a prince. Arrogant laughter is abruptly cut off as a thin beam of light cuts his neck. Blood spills out as a wrinkled hand grabs his throat and lifts him. I can't kill Xavier, but I can do more than deal with a two-legged, carbon-based monkey like you. You... Kill me then. But how long can you survive in this era? The man in the raincoat faintly smiles, his trembling fingers pointing at the drug in the hat-wearing man's hand. Then a scoff resounds near his ear. He's thrown into a corner. Tell your masters that they better get their hands on her fast. Based on my experience, her existence isn't as simple as the observation records suggest. The man lowers his hat and turns to leave. If you keep stalling, Eva will end up losing more than they bargained for once she develops. Footsteps fade into the distance. The door is slammed shut, leaving the man who's wearing a raincoat lying in the rubble. Acting all high and mighty, backtrackers my ass. By seniority, I'm your ancestor. He staggers to his feet, brushing off the dust on him. Fortunately, the substance mixed in the drug hasn't been discovered yet. According to Eva's plan, if they can control that backtracker with that drug, then controlling Xavier shouldn't be far off. He will soon beat other raincoats and join the real plan. Eva Group has always valued talent such as a useful light blade. They can't let her break so easily. Since Unicorn's power isn't complete yet, it's perfectly fine to let her absorb some power. Xavier's specifically. Letting his light blade serve her and becoming the strongest weapon in her hands is something the Resonance Evil can easily achieve. Xavier will surely give her every bit of himself. With these thoughts, the man wearing a raincoat can't help but be moved, pulling out a handkerchief to wipe the corner of his eyes. Love truly is a wonderful thing. It just gets deeper and deeper, all this lore. Damn, okay. Very interesting. That leaves a lot of questions. Now that we've finally gotten through those two, let's head into ambiguous chaos and let's see what happens next. Where am I? The rocking car is filled with the scent of low-quality leather. My head spins. My body's still struggling against the neurotoxin. Blurry and distant memories return to me in fragments. I was a new hunter when tragedy struck and took away people who were important to me. I traveled to the Arctic searching for the truth and discovered an incredible power source that rested in my heart, the ether core. Using the information left behind by Grandma, I concluded that what happened to me is related to Honor Kindness, a well-known organization in the N109 zone. They want the ether core in my heart. So I decided to enter the N109 zone to get closer to Honor Kindness in an attempt to find answers. It doesn't matter if they're about the ether core in my heart or that incident. Everything is going according to plan. I brought the most valuable bait, the ether core, deep into the abyss that is the N109 zone. Whoever takes the bait, will this person be the one I'm looking for? Okay.
I took a big risk to snatch prey from the nest. The reward needs to be better than that. You sure this is right? I've dripped down the signal.
The inhibitor should have taken effect by now. I'll wait a little longer.
Just my luck. Car broke down all the way out here. Not a soul to be seen. Just an abandoned yard. Hurry up and send someone over. You're awake. Guess you're a tough gal, but I'm warning you. Don't try any tricks on me, you hear?
So you're just a middleman. You working for people from the N109 zone?
Are these the raincoats?
Shut up. Let me inspect the goods before I hand you over.
Dude, that sounds so
Where did
perverted.
you hide the ether core?
Kidnapping Anakindness' prey without letting us know. That's not exactly polite.
Who's there?
Anakindness.
I'm getting goosebumps.
She's ours, by the way. We called dibs a long time ago.
A long time ago? Since when?
That was fast.
I'm really curious. She's brave enough to drink from a black
Are
glass.
these the raincoats?
What will she do when backed into a corner?
You're pretty bold for releasing information about the ether core in the nest like that.
Explains why Boss is interested.
I see. Sylus sent you. But the ether core is mine.
Oh. Did that bitch ass dude just fucking kill us by shooting us? How did he plan that working out? Because firstly he thinks the ether core is on us, not in us. So shooting us, how would he have gotten it?
But the ether core is mine.
Oh, he's... Oh. Wait, who stopped the bullet? Okay. He attempted to shoot us. Is this Sylus? Is this Sylus? Oh, what a way to make an entrance. My god. Hey, that's the birdie we saw when we were in the forest with Xavier. So the Sylus is weird. Oh! I bow down to you. That is a very,
Take out the vermin that are still running amok.
very
Yes,
handsome
sir.
entrance, sir.
So, he's the head of Anakindness.
This information is leaked. You might become Anakindness' next target.
I am now. Hello. Very handsome man.
You're also here for the core, right?
Even if you wanted to sell your soul, you still have to find someone who can pay the price.
That
His
little
voice.
smirk.
I've
Oh,
heard it somewhere before.
Lord. Oh, hello.
Look at me.
You
Yes.
Possess him. Devour him. Do that, and you'll gain the power you always dreamed of.
If they give me a chance, I will devour him. I am bad. Bad. I am going to hell for this.
This power. It's yours for the taking. Just kill him.
What is happening? Oh,
Is this how you greet a new friend?
maybe.
I guess you don't remember anything.
What is it with these men continuously telling me, oh, you don't remember? Well, shit, no. My mind has been wiped. What am I supposed to be remembering? If it's not Raphael saying that I've forgotten everything, then it's Sylus saying, well, I guess you don't remember anything. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm supposed to be remembering. Give me time. I'm sure it will maybe come to me eventually.
Allow me to jog your memory.
like
From your
all
past to your future, to even all the crimes you'll inevitably commit. After all, you and I, we're the same, true kindred spirits.
We are. Don't smile at me like that, please. You're in very close proximity with me. Smiling like that. Got your hand around my neck. I should stop. I should stop. This is one of the best ways we have met one of the main men. I've got to say.
3 days, but we're still unable to achieve even a simple resonance. How disappointing.
What do you want?
You went through all that trouble to enter the N109 zone. I must fulfill my duty as your host.
Okay. Is he gonna do the hand thing? Oh, I've seen so many shorts of this. Ah! Yes! It's It's just so cute and so like, Hello.
Stop.
Devour him.
I want a man to do that. Like, just like always like do that kind of like forceful, like you will hold my hand kind of thing. It's adorable. It's cute. It's just so like fills my soul. My little hopeless romantic soul.
He's yours. He's right there before your very eyes.
It's a shame your evil has deteriorated into its current state.
Crocodile tears. My family's deaths. You're behind them, right?
Family? The people closest to you might be the ones who want to kill you the most.
Shut up!
What?
Right now? I just want to kill you
your
myself!
evil will help you in a fight against me. Your courage is admirable. You're lucky I don't like picking on the weak, kitten.
Kitten. Kitten.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Didn't you want to take my life, or do your words just ring hollow?
Kill him.
What is happening to us? Okay. Do I give in to my little demon
You
voices?
think I won't do it?
Now, that's much better. Though you do owe me a curtain call grander than death itself. Why are you trembling? Has your resolve already begun to falter? You weren't just bluffing, were you?
Of course not. It's just...
Want some help? Yes, no, maybe so.
No.
I like him. What the fuck? I didn't think we were actually gonna pull the trigger. Okay. I must say, oh, this whole chapter is giving me goosebumps. Holy shit. When we start the game, we meet Xavier all mysteriously and everything like that. Zane is our long childhood friend that's become our physician. So that's like normal meeting standards, you know? Don't get me wrong, I still love my Zane. I really do. Raphael, mysterious artist, you know, also, but damn, giving me an entrance like this with a man that's got a personality that's to the T, someone that I would definitely want in a heartbeat. I see why so many people are lusting after Sylus. I see it now. With all senses gone, only the abdominal cavity spasms and contracts. It were as if the body had a hole. Water, food, or something else. Anything to fill this emptiness would be good. Devour him. Who is this speaking to us? Is it ourselves? It's your power. It's like it answered me. In pitch black darkness, eerie whispers flood my mind once more. They bubble only to suddenly stop, leaving cold air to gnaw at my memory. My head hurts.
She won't be sleeping forever, right? She's been unconscious for 1 day. We need to wake her up.
Easy. Just open up the back of her head, drill a hole in her neck, and...
Jeez, dude. Calm yourself. Waking up from a hazy nightmare, I open up my eyes. I can still feel the numbness from the gun's recoil in my hand. When I make eye contact with them, the pupils of two young men who look alike instantly contract. They quickly hide their drills and darts up their sleeves. The air freezes for a moment. I sit up. You two.
You're seeing things. I'm the only one here. There is no two.
I collect myself and look around. The room, old and empty, is dark. A black-grey cotton blanket hangs off the bed frame. Returning my attention to the young man, I point at his lookalike standing behind him. Then who's that?
My soul can leave. My body.
Behind him, the young man lurking in the shadows immediately sticks out his hands in front of his chest, rolls his eyes, and starts shaking.
Are you stunned? Shocked? Boring.
Hi. before you left Boss's parlor... Well, we already met. 4 days ago, to be exact.
We didn't just save you from that ungrateful traitor. We also brought you back to Onikainus' base.
So you want me to thank you? As my limbs slowly regain their strength, I quickly assess the current situation in my mind. I've been locked in a secret room with no light for 3 days, and during the times I was conscious for a few moments, I would catch a glimpse of Sylus. The twins were obviously sent by Sylus to keep me monitored. While I was mentally prepared for this, finding myself in a direct confrontation with Onikainus was beyond my expectations. I just didn't expect Onikainus' leader to be an unreasonable monster.
Are you crazy?
You wanted to take my life, and so you've taken it.
Okay. Interesting.
Now what? Have you already figured out how you'll pay me back?
No.
No, you can't die yet.
Why? Are you worried about me? Save that for the day you actually succeed in killing me.
Yes. That's so cool. Like, can't I just possess that ability as well? Forcing me to resonate with him, then tricking me into thinking I've killed him. He's insane. I wonder if he's keeping me in another location right now, or maybe he got bored. Even though the Ether Core's other half is in Onikainus' hands, being trapped here puts me in a vulnerable position. I need to leave and gather information. His room just like screams mafia. This is like a mafia boss's lair.
We know what you're thinking. But after being hunted down in the nest, do you know how many people are out there looking for you?
Yeah, probably put a big target on my back.
And even if you escape, you'll only get lost in the chaos of this no man's land.
Wanderers will eat you up. They also won't leave behind any crumbs, so... Stay here with our boss.
Throw away all morality and compassion, and this place will be a paradise.
By the way, who's older? You two are basically identical twins.
Take a guess.
Could you come closer so I can get a better look? Oh, I see what we're trying to do. Maybe it's because my voice sounded so sincere that his lips curled. He saunters over without even a hint of suspicion. When he's within reach, I pull out a laser pointer and hold it against his neck so I can threaten him.
Hey, what are you doing?
Have you heard of the XT-7, the Hunters Association's latest weapon? Whether out of recklessness or carelessness, Onikainus didn't search my body. It's a high-powered laser that can penetrate your skin and vaporize your blood. The good news is that it's quick and painless. The bad news is that you'll be losing a lot of blood from your neck. Are you squeamish? Kieran falls silent for a moment, then presses the door handle and moves aside. To my surprise, the door opens just like that.
Why are you staring at me? Did I say you weren't allowed to leave?
Oh. Well, okay then. Don't mind if I do. I love the color scheme. It's like just... Oh,
Okay, just go straight down the hall and you'll see the exit.
they're being very helpful. I let go of Luke. Still afraid, he rubs his neck and heads up to Kieran's side. But I notice his gaze is full of curiosity and desire for the laser pointer in my hand. Let me guess, it's just a laser, right? Do you want it? Yeah. Not expecting me to be this generous, Luke reaches for it. He's surprised.
Really? That's very nice of you to just give away a hunter's secret weapon.
It's a laser pointer.
You...
I flashed my own playful smile right back at him. Did I ever say it was the XT-7? As the two of them get further and further away with every step I take, I can still hear their whispers behind me.
How far do you think she'll get? 30 meters?
I bet not even 10 steps.
I'll say 5 then.
With Luke and Kieran gone, I take out my hunter's watch. Unsurprisingly, there's no signal. Technically, we're just walking on the spot. The corridor before me is completely dark, like a deep, endless tunnel. While I didn't expect them to be kind enough to show me the way out, leaving that room could already be considered progress. There are several small crystal vases on the shelf by the wall. The drooping flowers in them have already withered. The owner probably hasn't been home in a long time. On the other side is a black bird. It's perched on a marble pillar that's half as tall as a human. Its metal wings are tucked in. A crow? Its eyes appear to be made out of rubies. They glow with a lustrous yet haunting hue in the darkness. Its eyes suddenly move, fixing its gaze on me without blinking. It's alive? As I prepare myself to take a closer look, it suddenly spreads its wings and flies towards me. Its razor-sharp feathers barely miss the top of my head as it passes through the narrow gap of an open door. To pass through the corridor, I'll have to go there. I hesitate for a moment, then follow the crow. Let's go! Melodious classical music seeps out from behind the door, making the corridor even more peaceful. A relaxed male voice rings out amidst the graceful song. It's like I'm hearing a monologue behind a curtain.
Also inflate human consciousness into wanderers.
What?
The little project has a name. The Fountain of the Tape.
Why the hell would they want to do that and implant it in the consciousness into wanderers? What?
You should know I'm not interested in other people's business. And Mephisto said you lied. You're not even telling me everything. It's a shame. You threw away your last chance.
Sylus? Never mind, I need to escape first.
No, please, forgive me. You can still use me as a tool. Our deal is over. No, if you'll excuse me, I have to entertain a more important guest.
It's us, right? The pleading voice stops abruptly, like a balloon that leaves nothing behind after it explodes from being filled with too much air. The room falls silent for a moment. The music suddenly stops before transitioning into a more gentle song played by string instruments.
Aren't you going to come in?
Yes. I knew they were up to no good. Everything is beautiful, from the clean white tablecloth to the silverware sparkling under the lights, to even the ice bucket with bottles of red wine. The gory senile vision didn't appear. Inside this calm room, the other voice's owner had vanished without a trace. This feeling again. I'm hungry all of a sudden. Why? Sylus picks up the decanter beside me, walks to my side, and pours me a glass of wine. Behind me, the shadows press down, the invisible pressure suffocating. I hold onto the chair with one hand to steady myself and grab the knife on the table with the other.
This will be useful for defending yourself in the N109 zone.
Sylus coldly chuckles as he places a familiar gun on the table. Are you mocking me?
I'm giving you a way out.
I love his shirt. It's such a cool shirt.
Since you can't escape, why don't we make a deal?
Glaring at him, I drink the wine to taunt him. His red eyes like a demion. Onikarnas's modus operandi is buying and selling by force. Too bad, I'm not interested. The ice-cold liquid slides down my throat, and soon I feel a burning pain in my stomach. The wine is stronger than I thought, and given we probably haven't eaten much in the last few days, I still can't help but chug one glass after another. Hungry and thirsty, it's as if I'm trying to numb myself with this sensation.
As long as you have desires, there will always be deals to make.
With his crimson eyes full of malice, Sylus flashes a hint of a smile. His tall figure blocks out some of the lights, and I can see his right eye starting to glow red. This means he's using some kind of power. Then I'd be in a daze and experience auditory hallucinations.
So many days have come and gone. You should know your own desires by now.
Confusion, restlessness, this insatiable emptiness. It's a black hole trying to swallow everything.
Only I can give you what you want.
Oh dear. Don't whisper it so seductively.
And you will agree to my terms.
And what if I don't? I can't allow myself to be controlled by this person again. I force myself to stand up, spurred on by the alcohol I drank. What terms? You just want me to resonate with you. That can be taken like in a kinky manner. You know what? Fine. I'll accept this deal. I resonate with you and you give me the ether core from Onikarnas's auction. As I say this, I grab Sylus's hand. His fingers are long and his palm is cold. Even touching his hand faintly brings forth a sense of dread.
Release me. You can't do that just yet.
He asks so kindly. Release me. Don't move. I look up at him, trying to use my remaining sobriety to find a hint of emotion, anything on his face. For a moment, a complex, incomprehensible struggle appears in his gaze. What could be the source of that? Where does the power in his right eye come from? Why does it feel so familiar to me? Is it related to the ether core? Time passes ever so slowly, and just like these past few days, nothing happens. Why is it? Murmuring to myself, I refuse to give up. I grab his hand and hold it like I'm squeezing a pump. The invisible pressure becomes stronger and stronger. The influence of alcohol gradually subsides, and I realize I made a very dangerous move. I awkwardly straighten my posture and quietly try to pull back my hand, yet he grips it more tightly.
Maybe I've been too nice to you.
My fingers were firmly clasped. I couldn't move them at all. You, let go. Even if you keep holding on to me like this, I can't resonate with you. It's not something I can just do on a whim.
After all that arrogance, it seems like you can't even control your own ego.
Don't rub it in. At the very least, it doesn't want to be activated in front of you. I'm shy, okay? I'm shy. Sylus stares at our interlocked hands blankly for a long time, and finally, he slowly lets go. Oh, look at the... Oh, shh. I rub my wrist as I take a few steps back. My breathing and heartbeat gradually return to normal. We were at a standstill. Then, with a thoughtful expression, he leans back in his chair and looks at me.
Just as I thought. You're too weak.
Where does he get all this confidence from to make such a conclusion? Is everyone in the N109 zone weird? Sylus pinches at the area between his brow, then wraps his knuckles on the table.
Eat as much as you want.
He says those words like he's giving out an order that won't be questioned. What? Are you... The word insane is on the tip of my tongue, but I force myself to stop talking. I turn to look at the long, seemingly endless table behind me. It's filled with countless exquisite dishes, the lavishness almost dizzying.
I'll give you 10 minutes. After you're done, come find me outside the base's entrance. You better hope our deal is successful. Otherwise, consider this your last meal.
Better start scoffing my face then. 10 minutes is not a long time to eat as much as I want. Do you need a reminder? It's been 15 minutes. Hang on, let's go check the message first. No, sorry, Raphael. Only Kindness's leader can text. Let's do this one. Sylus, if you just wait 5 more minutes, you won't regret it, right? I don't have a habit of going back on my word, but I also don't want to use my patience on waiting for someone. In 5 minutes, finish your meal, or else there won't be another. The signal's bad, and these texts are playing hard to get. Let's catch up later. Also, how come my phone is acting weird? Can only use send text in the N109 zone? You still have energy to worry about that? Looks like you're full. Don't forget our deal. Go downstairs. Dude, this is not the time to be messaging me about the spring fresh day, okay? We've just met. We've just met. I'll read that later. Oh, hello.
I must have been really drunk to make a deal with this monster.
Hey, he's a really sexy monster, so... meh. Meh. Why are you putting the little button there? No.
Are we going to experience the sights and sounds of the N109 zone?
Do you have 9 lives? Curiosity killed the cat.
Then I shouldn't go.
Okay. You put that
like
on.
To bargain, don't you?
He put that on very easy. Helmets do not go on that easy. Most times. Ah.
But you're not yet qualified.
Okay.
Speed limits in the N109 zone?
I love a man with a motorbike. Damn. Jeez, dude. You gotta like stop doing that.
still don't know where the auction will take place.
If you want to stay out of trouble, behave yourself inside.
Okay.
And if I refuse?
Huh?
It hurts!
You'll hurt even more.
Okay. I'm not looking at his ass while we're walking. He's so damn tall. Like, is he?
Who is it? If you want to order something, bring your own protocol. I won't accept anything that isn't high grade.
Where the hell are we?
Mr. Sylus, you don't usually do surprise visits.
I got you a guinea pig. It's time for your evil linkage alteration project to have a living test subject.
Wait. You wanna alter me? You bastard.
In that case, let me take a look first.
What the hell is he doing with us? Well, I guess I have no choice, right? But, like, is he seems to be the tallest out of all the men so far. He's like a tower. Like the Eiffel Tower.
Sir, you're not actually going to alter me, right? I'm just a normal evolver.
Trying to bargain with me is pointless. No one can change Silas's mind. You have the Resonance Evil?
Did they do anything while I was gone?
Nothing too dramatic, just 2 explosions. One in the northern suburbs and one in the Bloomshore district.
Bloomshore district. This is related to Grandma.
So he's behind
They
the
just made
explosion.
a bunch of shoddy products. I overestimated them.
After doing those shameless things and making a mess, then they want you to be their scapegoat.
So Sylus
What are
is
you
not
talking about?
behind it?
Someone else made those 2 explosions happen?
Oh dear, you look disappointed. Instead of searching for the truth, you'd rather swallow a lie that makes you feel better.
I'm afraid she's not a suitable recipient. Her evol linkage is completely normal. Only the strength's been suppressed.
Did someone put in a suppressor?
I don't think it's physical.
Is it mental then?
It's not my fault.
Am I cuckoo?
I can resonate just fine with others.
Yeah, actually I can.
And that thing I asked you to alter, how's that?
It was difficult, but the maximum energy burst value has been increased tenfold.
That little thing?
Are you really going to use it?
What? Are you gonna make me fight now?
She's suppressed, right? She just needs a little stimulation then.
What the fuck, dude? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna show you my best yet. You just wait and see. Well, okay then.
Are you scared?
No.
You should step back.
Who's
Do I
that?
look scared? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut myself off. Damn, okay.
Damn it. I can't resonate.
It's not too late to back out now.
Why can't I? Oh god, why can't I resonate?
Guess it's gonna fight dirty. Let's settle this in one fell swoop.
What's happening?
Look out!
It's regenerating. What the fuck?
Where are you going?
I'm getting distance.
You're too close. Is that it? That's more like it. I guess it's gonna fight
It would make
dirty.
sense that we can't resonate because he's been trying to resonate with us since he got us.
Let's settle this in one
Ah, no, 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 get away from me. But can we do this one when it's ready? Eee!
Look out!
Nee, 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 nee.
I guess it's gonna fight dirty.
Wait, I want.
It's time
yes, I
to
wanna
ready.
use it.
I was born ready.
Let's finish this.
Holy shit, okay.
You put up a good fight.
Well, thank you. come on, we defeated it.
Alter her energy linkage now. Make it as strong as possible.
Okay.
This isn't what we agreed to.
Relax. You can handle it.
Oh dear, I would be melting
Mr.
right now.
Sylus, I
using-
think there's another reason why she can't resonate. You see, her evol is special.
I just realized now, it's just hit me now, but he's really forceful in wanting to resonate with me. Why? Like, obviously, clearly there's something that's connecting us somewhere along the line, because he's really determined to resonate with us. And it's almost like he's using it as an excuse to hold our hand. That I would be melting right now. I'd be a little puddle there on the floor.
It utilizes the waves generated by the human brain's magnetic field. Maybe her
Interesting.
brain's magnetic field produces repulsive waves against you. That's why she can't resonate with you.
Get to the point.
Oh, yeah, because I do see him as a monster.
To make a long story short, on a subconscious level, she's either rejecting you, scared of you, or, disgusted by you. Even if she undergoes alteration, you won't be able to resonate with her so long as she's still hostile toward you. And Mr. Sylus, if the alteration fails, she will be completely ruined. We need to address the cause first.
He actually looks hurt by that, to be
Which
honest.
means there's something wrong with her.
You let go of me!
By the way, I have an evol stabilizer in the storage cabinet. I'll make her use it.
Look, in all fairness, we currently view him as a monster. He hasn't exactly been the friendliest towards us, so we are repulsed by him at the moment. Not my choice, hers. He hasn't given us a reason to really trust him, so it makes sense why we can't resonate with him. He needs to kind of put that trust there, you know. Perhaps worried that his inventions would get caught in a crossfire, he quickly takes me to a room on the second floor.
Right now, you need to stay calm, miss.
He bends down and pulls out a dusty electronic device from underneath the cabinet.
The N109 zone is a chaotic place, and you have a part of an ether core. Accompanying him is the safest option.
I don't know, the piece that we saw where he was waiting for us by the motorbike, it seemed pretty peaceful in the background, but then again, you don't know what's happening in the shadows. You know I'm carrying an ether core? A burst of red light appears and scans my whole body. Several windows pop up on an old-fashioned display screen, which shows the data is being analyzed.
I recognize that proto-curve. Monitoring ether cores used to be my job.
Oh. A guess pops into my mind. I look again at the dusty electronic device. Just as I thought, there's an inconspicuous mark in the corner. I saw it among the files Grandma left not too long ago.
The N109 zone is a mess right now. An outsider like you who's unfamiliar with the details can easily lose her life.
Was he maybe one of the researchers with Evergroup?
Sticking with Sylus might not be a bad idea. Better to be with him compared to some other people.
Well, then he needs to make it a little bit easier for us. Sylus is a heartless man. He may only want to alter me right now, but he's going to get me killed eventually. Exasperated, the shopkeeper shakes his head.
You're just not used to the darkness yet. There are predators lurking in these depths that you haven't seen.
Some people are even scarier than him.
You say Sylus is heartless, but sometimes those with hearts are even crueler than those without.
Very true. Like Xavier said, the N109 zone is very divided. Each faction only recognizes its own allies. Fighting alone is obviously not a good idea in a place like this, but if I really have to stay close to Sylus, the shopkeeper's concern seems to be genuine. After weighing my options, I nod and flash a reassuring smile. I understand what you mean. I'll give it some thought. Beep. The lines on the screen rise and fall, showing two intertwined curves.
Alright. There's nothing wrong with your evil. The energy of the ether core inside you is also stable. Have you figured out what you'll do next?
The ether core's other half is one of the items at the auction. Naturally, I don't assume I can get it by myself. The only advantage I have is having part of an ether core in my heart. Since I can resonate with the energy, I should be able to sense its location. The real problem is figuring out how to escape from the predators lurking in these depths after I obtain it. The N109 zone is currently a mess, and there are enemies no matter where I go. If I have to work with someone, the strongest person here would be the best option. Maybe I should actually make a deal with Sylus. Upon realizing this, my next steps becomes clear. I get up and say goodbye to the shopkeeper, and when I spot that familiar mark, I look back at his dark, weary expression. Were you acquainted with my grandma? He just waves his hand, gesturing for me to leave. I'm sure he was part of that research team.
Well, if all goes well for you and whatever happens, then I can say I've repaid Miss Josephine's kindness.
Interesting. Up until now, I had always thought that Unkindness was hunting down researchers who worked on ether cores before, but that shopkeeper, who seems to have a strong connection to Grandma, is seeking Silas's protection. Maybe there are other secrets. Yeah, maybe Sylus is protecting them because Evergroup wants to kill them. I think deeply about what the shopkeeper said, lost in thought, but when I go downstairs, the workshop is empty. Sylus? The door's curtains, which were closed before, are now rolled up, and after I leave the workshop, Silas's motorcycle is nowhere to be seen. He really genuinely seemed hurt by the fact that we can't resonate together. What, did he just ditch me? Sylus? The only response I get is a faint thud from the unlit alley next to the workshop. It's probably trash that fell onto the ground. Just when I was thinking about whether or not I should work with him, he disappeared on me. There are only piles of scrap in the empty streets. I look around, my heart pounding. Maybe after confirming he couldn't resonate with me, he finally lost his patience and interest. So be it. At least I can freely move around now.
Would you like to buy a flower, miss?
This is very random. A clear voice resounds. I turn and see a little girl behind me. She appears to be 8 or 9 years old. No, thank you.
Would you like a gun, bullets, or a protocore then? I have them all.
Okay. I don't need those either. But it might be a good idea to chat with the locals and get information about the auction. I kneel down to be at eye level and tap her basket. You know where I can buy some intel, sweetie?
That's easy. Follow me.
2 sets of footsteps echo across the empty street. Meanwhile, the sound of flapping wings can be heard in the distance. I look up at the sky, but I see nothing except dark clouds that obscure moonlight. A crow perches on the streetlight that's been dilapidated for years. The red glow in its eyes flickers as it breathes. Oh. Does that link to Sylus? Is that like his third eye? A few bloodstained tufts of grey fur peek out from under his metal claws. It quietly observes the 2 girls, one tall and one short, as they head into another filthy street. It tilts its head and thinks for a moment. Then it quickly drops its dead prey and silently spreads its wings to follow them. Lying under the streetlight are 7 or 8 fat rats, all gutted. Mixed with their flesh and blood are broken pieces of monitoring equipment. Okay. After that last wild stimulation, I keep getting dragged back to the odd workshop to help its owner alter his crazy wanderers. While come to...
Flame within a painting burns forever.
This person's
Can we
workshop...
throw it into the garbage?
We need to defeat it first.
Did you spot its weakness? Why are you getting closer to it? Come back here. Why don't we get creative?
Sounds like a plan.
Here's our chance. Don't underestimate the power of fire. You're good.
I'll show you.
Thank you.
Stay alert. Why don't we get creative?
Sounds like a plan.
Here's our chance.
My turn.
Hey, I was about to dodge. You just stuck up on me like that.
Pathetic. I was just warming up.
Not even a challenge.
No. I wish the other battles could be this, easy from the previous chapter, but no. It seems like each alteration makes the Wanderers deadlier, and my combat skills have gotten sharper too. What is their purpose for altering Wanderers, I wonder?
My hands aren't just for painting. Can we throw it into the garbage? Why don't we get creative?
Sounds like a plan.
spot its weakness? 3, 2, 1, dodge!
3, 2, 1, dodge!
I don't think it's giving up just yet. Why don't we get creative?
Sounds like a plan.
Pathetic. I was just warming up. Stay alert.
No, not today.
I'll show you.
You're good.
Thank you. Oh boy.
Why don't we get creative?
Sounds like a plan.
Here's our chance.
My turn.
3, 2, 1, dodge! Dodging is also an art. Where is it hiding?
Raphael.
Yeah, I hear you. Why don't we get creative?
Sounds like a plan.
It certainly does.
Now!
You won't
My fleeting inspiration.
Let's seize this chance.
Kaboom!
Bring it on.
Back up. Let's see what. Be careful. Does it hurt?
No.
This is nothing.
Ouch! My hands.
Yeah, well, you're the one that wanted to
This is
stand
all
so close
too
to it.
easy.
Not even a challenge.
Boom, boom, boom. Looks like the owner of the art workshop has upgraded his giant wanderers with linkage alterations. Again, I get to be his guinea pig.
Concentrate.
Yes, sir. Oh, big boy. Okay, hang on. I have a phone call at the worst time
Even a
possible.
blizzard must come.
Okay, I'm ready.
To an end.
I'm ready.
It's your turn.
No problem.
Watch where it's going. Leave it to me.
Jeez, dude.
My turn. Eat this.
I've missed you, Zane.
Proceed with caution.
No.
Let's
no.
go.
Oops.
Okay.
It is weak. Now's our chance.
Ooh, look how we're
Victory is
flying
within
through the
reach.
health bar. Damn.
Bring it on.
Come on.
It is falling apart. A hard-earned victory.
This is what a battlefield is like.
I miss his calming voice. Damn, all 3 of these unlock with the second part of long-awaited Revelry. Ooh, jewelry collector. Mr. R's another astonishing move. The past Glory charity auction organized by Lizio Auctions ended successfully last weekend. Hundreds of artworks were sold, which generated nearly $1 million in donations for Lincoln's Child Welfare Institute. Most notably, this gold thread embroidered, silver inlaid leather holster, previously unsold for 3 consecutive years and humorously dubbed as the most useless piece of jewelry in history, finally found a buyer. This pair of holsters were created over 2 centuries ago. It features golden orb weaver silk embroidery and pure silver adorned with rubies, making it quite valuable. However, its artistic value is very low, which greatly diminishes its collective significance. Moreover, the precious materials make it impractical for real battle. The holsters will be easily damaged. These factors are believed to be the reasons why the jewelry gun holsters remained unsold. It could just be, you know, art. You could display it. You don't need to use it. However, the renowned and enigmatic collector in the jewelry world, Mr. R, surprised everyone by doubling the starting bid. He successfully acquired the holsters and caused quite a stir. Given Mr. R's reputation for impeccable taste, this unexpected purchase has ignited speculation regarding his true identity. Some speculate that he might be a prominent figure within the field of evil weapons development. Others believe he comes from a wealthy background as a hunter, there are even theories suggesting he's a formidable mercenary hiding in the N109 zone. Regardless, these jewelry gun holsters could be a perfect match for his cherished weapons. Nevertheless, the employees of Lizio Auctions revealed that prior to the auction, Mr. R had requested to donate the proceeds to the Hunters Association. Some wonder whether they were purchased for a certain hunter. Other individuals entertain the notion that Mr. R himself might be the president of the Hunters Association. It's definitely not the president. The president wouldn't be into all these flashy and practical things. But seeing Lumiere and a mysterious jewelry collector in the president's social circle is really mind-boggling. Here's my take. Mr. R fell for Lady Hunter and got turned down after presenting her with expensive jewelry. Now he's cleverly using the charity auction and the Hunters Association name to make it impossible for her to reject this practical and rare gift. Here's the keyboard. Go write the fan fiction. Lanternet is about to start. Next go down says, Lanternet Day finished like 3 months ago. Ooh! I have something else that'll suit you perfectly. My arm. Whether it's the dinner I planned or the mischief you're thinking of, the best part is having you to cling. Holy fuck. Okay. I love how that goes all sweet dinner and then mischievous that you're thinking about. Dude, I just want to send you an article. Can we stop with all the messages? Sylus, would you use the gold thread embroidered silver inlaid leather holster, that's a tongue twister, mentioned in this article? What made you ask me this question in the first place? Isn't it too crazy to think that there's something that's all style and no substance? I'm curious to hear what a weaponologist thinks about decorating weapons with such embellishments. You think it's more style than substance. As a weapons expert, I appreciate its design. Is it because the rubies are of a high grade? It uses the rarest pigeon blood rubies available, but altogether they're less than 1 carat. Mephisto wouldn't even bother to look at it. What makes it special then? Natural spider silk is the strongest and most elastic protein that humans know about in nature. It's resistant to humidity. Wait. It's resistant to humidity and the cold, making it the best material for manufacturing lightweight bulletproof vests. The embroidery covers 80% of one holster. It's probably the product of at least a year's worth of silk from tens of thousands of golden silk orb weavers. The silver and rubies are just embellishments. You'll receive a set in a few days. As for the accessories, if they break, let Luke and Kieran get new ones for you. At my parents' house, there's an orb weaver. We call it a butter spider, but I think it's also known as an orb weaver because that thing's web is so strong. You walk through it, it feels like it's pulling you back. As per Raphael's birthday, I'm going to do all of this in a separate video to upload as well. So look at the cute little crow. So I'll do all the background stuff that I need to, and then I will hop in again, read the stories, and get into his birthday. And hopefully then we've also drawn one of his memories for his birthday as well, which would be great. And then I can add that in as well. So in this one, I'll see you for that. We've officially met Sylus. I'm so happy we finally unlocked him. We can take part in his birthday event. I'll probably have this uploaded, then Silus's birthday event will be uploaded, and then we'll continue with the rest of the game. I see why so many people lust after Sylus. He is every woman's bad boy kind of dream. I don't know why some of us love the whole bad boy character thing, but it just fills a void that needs filling. There is obviously a lot we need to find out about him and a lot we need to learn, especially when it comes to our past with him that we apparently have. So we'll see. So now we know we have a past with Raphael and we have a past with Sylus. Zane and Xavier, that we kind of just need to still figure out everything of and what's going on there. I am still thoroughly enjoying all this lore and storytelling. It's just so amazing. It really keeps you captured. So stick with me as I journey through everything. As you all know the drill, like and subscribe to my channel to help push my videos out there. Any interaction, I'm always grateful. And then I am going to love and leave you guys there and see you guys in the next video. Bye!